Imagine this. You're at a party. You've been waiting all night to hang out with your close friends. But instead of paying attention to you, they drift away, laughing and talking to someone else. Your mind starts racing. Why aren't they including me? Did I do something wrong? Should I try harder to get their attention? Now imagine, instead of stressing or forcing yourself to change the situation, you simply say to yourself, let them. Let them hang out with someone else. Let them choose. Let them act however they want. And you keep your peace, your energy, and your self-respect. That's the essence of Mel Robbins' latest best-selling book, The Let Them Theory. In this video, we'll break down the core ideas of the book, why it resonates with millions of people, and how this simple phrase can transform your relationships, your confidence, and your happiness. Mel Robbins isn't new to the self-help world. She's a motivational speaker, former CNN commentator, and best-selling author of books like The 5-Second Rule and The High Five Habit. Her work is known for being straightforward and practical, not full of theory, but filled with tools you can actually use in everyday life. With the Let Them theory, she delivers perhaps her simplest and most powerful tool yet, a mindset shift that requires no special technique, no worksheets, and no long training. Just 2 words: let them. So what is the Let Them theory? At its heart, it's about giving up the exhausting habit of trying to control other people. We spend so much of our mental energy worrying about why someone didn't text back, why a colleague didn't recognize our effort, why our partner or family member isn't behaving the way we expect. And every time, we fall into the same trap, trying to manage or fix their behavior so we feel secure. The Let Them theory says, stop. Don't waste your time or emotions chasing what's out of your control. If someone doesn't invite you, doesn't acknowledge you, or doesn't treat you how you hoped, let them. Because their choices reflect them, not your worth. By letting others be exactly who they are, you reclaim your peace, protect your self-esteem, and make space for people who actually value you. One of the biggest applications of Let Them is in relationships. Think of friendships where you're always the one planning, texting, or checking in. If you stop, does the friendship still survive, or does it quietly fade away? Instead of chasing, the Let Them theory invites you to pause. Let them show you how much they care. If they reach out, wonderful. If they don't, that's valuable information too. It's not about being cold, it's about clarity. You don't waste energy forcing bonds that aren't mutual. This mindset also works in dating. If someone you're seeing doesn't make the effort, stop over-analyzing and making excuses. Let them be who they are. Their actions tell you everything you need to know. By letting go, you naturally attract healthier relationships built on genuine interest and respect. Family dynamics can be tricky. We often expect family members to behave in certain ways: supportive, understanding, always there for us. But reality doesn't always match. Here's where Let Them can be powerful. For example, maybe your sibling never calls back, or your parents keep giving unsolicited advice. Instead of arguing endlessly or holding grudges, try Let Them. This doesn't mean tolerating toxic behavior. It means not burning up your energy trying to change them. In parenting, the Let Them theory can help reduce constant conflict. Your teenager doesn't want to wear the jacket you bought? Let them. They'll learn if they're cold. Your kid doesn't want to join the activity you prefer? Let them choose their own path. It's about creating space for others to make their own choices and learning to separate their actions from your self-worth as a parent or sibling. Now let's talk about work. Maybe you put in extra effort on a project, but your boss gives credit to someone else. Or a colleague doesn't pull their weight, leaving you frustrated. The natural reaction is to stew in resentment or try to force them to see your value. Instead, let them. Let the boss favor who they want. It shows their leadership, not your worth. Let the lazy co-worker slide. Eventually, their behavior will catch up with them. And in the meantime, you keep doing your best, building your reputation, and aligning with people who do recognize your value. This mindset doesn't mean passivity. If boundaries are needed, set them. If performance needs addressing, have the conversation. But don't tie your self-respect to forcing others to behave as you wish. The let them theory is not really about them. It's about you. Every time you say, let them, you're telling yourself, I don't need to control others. I trust myself enough to handle whatever happens. I'd rather protect my peace than chase approval. This shift is liberating. Instead of being pulled into drama, overthinking, or endless what-ifs, you stay grounded. You learn to observe people's actions instead of rewriting them in your head. You stop negotiating with reality. And ironically, when you stop trying to control others, you often gain more respect and stronger boundaries. Why does this theory resonate so strongly? Because it addresses one of our deepest emotional traps, the fear of rejection. When people don't act how we expect, we feel like it's a rejection of us. So we scramble to fix it. But by saying, let them, you break that loop. You realize their actions don't define you. Their silence doesn't mean you're unworthy. Their choice says more about them than about you. This reframing reduces anxiety, protects mental health, and increases self-confidence. It's like setting down a heavy bag you've been carrying without realizing it. Of course, the let them theory isn't a universal solution. There are situations where you shouldn't just let them. If someone is being abusive or harmful, if injustice is happening in the workplace or society, if boundaries are repeatedly crossed. In those cases, action, not passivity, is required. Mel Robbins makes it clear. The point isn't to surrender to mistreatment. The point is to stop wasting energy where you have no control and redirect that energy toward areas where you do. So how do you actually use the let them theory in daily life? Here are some quick scenarios. Someone doesn't invite you? Let them. Spend time with people who do. Your friends don't share your excitement about a new project? Let them. A colleague interrupts you in meetings? Let them. And then calmly reassert your point instead of spiraling. Your partner leaves the dishes? Let them. Then decide calmly whether it's a boundary worth discussing. The beauty of this tool is its simplicity. No journaling, no elaborate process, just a mental shift that brings instant relief. Some critics say, let them sounds too passive, like ignoring problems instead of solving them. But that misses the nuance. This isn't about giving up on relationships or never addressing issues. It's about choosing wisely where to invest emotional effort. You don't abandon communication, you just stop chasing people who aren't choosing you back. You don't stop caring, you just stop controlling. And when you do address problems, you do it from a calm, grounded place rather than desperation. At the end of the day, the let them theory boils down to this. Stop tying your happiness to how other people behave. Stop begging for attention, forcing relationships, or trying to manage people's choices. Instead, give yourself permission to step back and say, let them. Let them drift away. Let them ignore you. Let them act however they want. Because every time you let them, you free yourself. And when you're free, you'll have the clarity and energy to build the life, the relationships, and the peace you truly deserve. So the next time you feel rejected, overlooked, or disrespected, pause and remember, let them. Not as a sign of weakness, but as a declaration of strength. Thanks for watching this summary of the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. If you found this summary insightful, subscribe to 10-Minute Minds for more of the world's most impactful books, explained in 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.